喂，大家好，我又係昌王啊！喂，今次咧同大家去到星和咧，去睇下佢最新 dCS 最新嘅 Lina DAC X 係啊，佢一個 function 上同 Lina 舊款嘅 Lina 咧有啲咩嘅分別嘅。咁我之前咧都出過條有關 Lina 嗰條片啦，咁大家咧一齊同我去睇下 Lina DAC X 咧有啲咩新嘅 update。嗱，今次阿 David 咧就嚟咗香港啦，咁啊由阿 David 咧親自介紹 dCS 最新款嘅 DAC X 究竟佢有啲乜嘢嘅賣點啦。咁我哋而家一齊去睇下 David 點樣介紹啦。
Thank you, Eddie. Thank you to the Richcom team, and yeah, thank you everyone for coming today. It's fantastic to see you all here again in the wonderful Hi-Fi Gallery. So yeah, I'm excited to be here, if only for 2 days, but always good to be in Hong Kong. Yeah, so for today's format, what we will do is I will talk a little bit about dCS, what we're trying to achieve with product design, with musical performance, and then we will play some music, and then I will talk again, and then at the end we can have Q&A, and I'll answer any questions you might have. So yeah, so I've been with dCS for 18 years and leading the company for 17 years, and Lina for me was the project I was most proud of as managing director of the company. I'll explain why in a second. Yeah. So at dCS, we've always been about trying to push the state of the art, trying to improve in certain areas of measured performance, linearity, distortion, noise, jitter, and we, you know, the engineering team know, you know, electronics is about trade-offs, but they know where to really focus their efforts and focus our technology to get closer to music. Ultimately, that's what this is all about. We want to reach into a recording and pull out more detail than any other converter, right? We want to turn those ones and zeros into music more accurately, more faithfully than any other DAC. But with Lina, what was exciting for me, or it's exciting in a number of areas. We weren't just focused on pushing the state of the art and the musical performance of the system, but we really, it was a project across the company. So we looked at the mechanical design, we looked at the electronics, we looked at the software, we looked at the different use cases, and the challenge was to make something that was high performance, extremely accessible, and simple to use and easy to build. So compromise nothing, but get something that is you know, the gateway into dCS. System we're listening to is the Lina DAC X, into the Constellation preamp, out to the Inspiration monoblocks, and the Sabrina Vs. So I hope what you heard is synonymous with all dCS. You know, what we're looking for really is that ultra low noise floor, the detail, the tonality, the image separation, you know, just preserving the harmonic structure of the music. So that's something that we're able to key in on in product development, because the entire signal path from the ones and zeros coming in to the analog coming out is in our domain. Yeah, so with Lina, it's we call it a network music player. So it's a DAC, it's a streamer, it's a preamp, it's an upsampler. We have network input, we have USB, we have USB-A, Toslink, RCA, AES 1 and 2 can act as a pair if you want to connect a transport, and then we have the dual word clock input. So again, you can add a Lina clock, you could clock a transport and a DAC and make it part of a multi-box system. So the same DNA, the same flexibility as any other dCS DAC or network player. You know, the dynamic contrast, the scale, the detail. So that's everything that we try to achieve in a product. And if I come back to, I'll talk a bit now about why I was so proud of the Lina project. So Lina was the test bed for everything we were working on in Veres. So we had ideas where we could take mechanical design, hardware, software, the damping, noise reduction. So all of these ideas we had, we brought them to life in Lina. So as we were looking at what we could do with Veres and what Veres was going to become, Lina was the test bed for a lot of those approaches and that thinking. So the UK does not specialize in big volume manufacturing, but what the UK is very good at is high precision, small volume manufacturing. So we have been working with the same supplier base for the last 25, 30 years. So they work with us in high-end audio, they work in aerospace, they work in medical, they work in Formula One. So when I say about Lina being the test bed, the idea we had with Veres was that we wanted the chassis to act as a heatsink and to reduce noise. So this central piece here is all machined from one single billet of aluminium. Completely machined, so all of the screw holes are machined out of the billet. So you don't need interpanels, you don't need standoffs, and so you don't have sides and tops and everything being noisy and having to be screwed together. So that means the chassis, all machined from one single billet. You see that the base under here, the recess, front and sides go on, so acts as a Faraday cage, so really low noise, fantastic for EMC, for RFI. So this construction approach, machined from single billet, we were working on for Veres, but we apply it in Lina. And with Lina DAC X, you obviously also have the digital volume control that is completely lossless. So you see all of the screw holes machined into the chassis. So then we use one screw type, one torque setting, and everything just go together. Yeah. So with Lina DAC X, we isolate the transformer and we move it away from the electronics. That single billet approach, reduces noise, improves EMI and RFI. But the other project that we were working on for Veres that we realized in Lina was something called Flex Rigid. So we wanted to get all of our electronics onto one single board. So not have DAC board, power board, network, clock, and then have lots of ribbon cables and connectors and crosstalk. So the idea was to get all of our electronics onto one single circuit board. Yeah. So again, because we work with specialist manufacturers in the UK, we were able to use a flex rigid circuit board. They are common in medical, they are common in mobile phones, but much smaller devices. And that's where the circuit board itself can bend and flex. So if you see here, here, so that the whole circuit board is one board that you can fold up. So this is a 12-layer board. So it's four flex, 4. But what that means is you don't have lots of different circuit boards connected with ribbon cables and connectors, so you reduce crosstalk, you improve signal integrity, and it's extremely reliable. So this is the first of its kind in audio, I believe. So we are the first company to use this technology, and we've had fantastic results. Like I say, very low crosstalk, fantastic reliability, sonically, you can hear it. You know, you hear the low noise floor, the detail. So yeah, again, that's something, the mechanical design idea we take from Veres, the flex rigid circuit board we take from Veres. Yeah, so just before you do that, if I explain, so this is the ring DAC core, the analog output stage.
呢個 analog output 就喺呢邊啦。
Yeah, the input output, the network stage.
呢個網絡嘅部分啦，
so everything on one board，
所有嘢都係喺一個板度嘅。
It all folds up，
只不過係唔同嘅維度、唔同嘅一個摺疊去呈現到呢個豐富嘅效果。
Folds up into here， so and then Veres。
咁大家可以睇到啦 ，Veres 瓦雷茲係啦，
the Veres core
嗰個核心嗰個組件最大嗰個。
Instead of having 1, 2, 3, 4 points of flex, has 9. So again, here we machine recesses into the chassis, we fold the circuit board so you can keep the clock crystals away from the power stage. So this was a 9 point of flex, much bigger, but everything we were thinking about, we bring to life with Lina. So yeah, as I said, network music player, so it will support UPnP, USB stick, direct USB connection, also Spotify Connect, Tidal Connect, Qobuz Connect. We do QQ Play streaming in China, internet radio, Apple AirPlay will be coming. So this is a full-featured dCS DAC, same software stack as Bartok and Rossini. So you have the same filter options, the same upsampling options, same mapper options. So no compromises. As I say, the reason we were able to manufacture such a high-performance DAC at the price that the Lina is because we got very clever with the single board electronics, machine from single billet. So we didn't want to compromise on features or performance. Yeah, and also we have the 4 touch buttons on the front, so you can configure them to be hotkeys for whatever your preference is. So you can change filters, you can change mappers, you can give them other
佢有一個
other
4個
functions.
接觸面嘅呢個可觸式嘅一個按鈕啦，咁亦都可以將佢變成你哋嘅 hotkey 啦，定製成為你哋想要嘅鍵啦，喺入面去自己去設定啦，咁亦都可以喺入面揀翻自己嘅 filter 啦，唔同嘅濾波器去聽歌。
So you see, I changed them now. So
係啦，佢而家又轉一轉俾大家再感受下嗰個定製嘅功能。
And we have everything driven from the Mosaic app, which Ball is using, but also we are Rune Ready certified. We are also Odavana certified, JPlay, so you can choose your front end. We believe the DAC should be a piece of glass to the music. So we want to be totally accessible. You can use whatever front end, whatever source you want. Our job is to turn the ones and zeros into music and do that more accurately, more faithfully than any other DAC. Thank you. So if anyone has any questions, I'm happy to take them.
Oh, okay. So we got one question is that he asked what is the advantage of making the fast widget? What is the advantage to put this fast widget to Veres or Lina?
So when you have one single board and you don't have multiple circuit boards, then you reduce the crosstalk because you have less connectors, less cables, less points of failure. You can also improve the quality control because you can fully test that circuit board from kind of inputs to outputs. Whereas when you have multiple boards doing different functions, everything has to be assembled to then be tested in situ. So you have better reliability, better signal integrity, better test and QA.
我等佢去講啦。So two questions because this gentleman he remember you already use a fast widget in also Lina and also Lina DAC X. What is the difference? I think it's the format difference.
Yeah, the difference is we found for people who want to spin silver disc, they want to press play, adjust the volume.
因為你見到呢個前面嘅按鈕已經唔同咗㗎啦。
So we add the volume control.
加咗一個 volume 嘅控制咯。
We add the IR, and then we take the transformer. And we isolate it from the electronics.
分開咗，係啦。咁呢個 so this is the difference.
Yes, the main difference, yeah. But same software platform, same hardware platform.
可以嘛 So another question is about the positioning. So what's the positioning of the Lina DAC X? Is it still below the bar talk or what do you think?
They're very, very, very close. Bar talk has
接近啊，同個巴托克。
Yeah. I think this is a wonderful machine. The team have done an amazing job on this. Bartok, you have the Apex ring DAC. This has some of a hybrid of the original ring DAC and Apex. So I would encourage you just to listen and compare.
So he's questioning about the bottom again. This design, why you're not using the traditional fit?
Because with this,
instead of this the mechanical design.
Because then the recessed base plate helps the chassis act as a heatsink. So rather than use feet, we were able to machine from one single piece, and we machine out the.
So it's for synchronize or for heat.
Yeah, yeah. It helps with the heatsink and with the.
For releasing the heat, you mean?
Yeah, the resonance control within the chassis.
Resonance, you go.
So base is basically a platform for heat dispensation.
Yes.
In one function.
Yeah.
So there's no leveling need.
Exactly.
So for one thing, it's about the heat releasing, and the other thing is the
just control the resonance. Yeah.
控制嗰個 resonance 嗰個共振啦，第一啦，第二就係令到嗰個散熱更加有效咯。
And you see also in this upside down. So this is the bottom, but the transformer.
你見到係反轉咗㗎，呢個係個底部嗰個。係啦，佢將佢 upside down 咗俾大家去睇咯，佢就唔係個。
The transformer mount directly to the base plate under here. So again, everything is.
係啦，你見到個牛就係個底嚟嘅，係啦，佢做咗一個好有效嘅分隔。So he's asking about the scenario if he would like to play a CD with Lina DAC X, or what is the combination or what is the recommendation?
Yeah, you can. The dual AES inputs will support from a DCS transport DSD.
AES lah.
Yeah, CD you can go on RCA, AES, whatever the disc transport supports as an output.
Maybe Rossini.
Yeah, Rossini transport will work. Vivaldi transport will work.
係啊，你可以。
Legacy transports, but other brand transports you can do on AES or RCA or whatever they use.
Dual AES 㗎。
Dual AES right support?
Yes.
OK 係 support 係支持雙 AES 嘅。
Single up to 192.
Single 就192。
Dual goes to 384 or DSD.
384咯，如果你係用雙個。OK。
Okay. Thank you, everyone.
咁今日發佈會嚟呢度，我哋俾啲掌聲啊，David先。好嘅，thank you David，thank you so much。
Thank you, Eddie. Thank you, Annie.